Lick 5 is gotta be. And if you gotta be somewhere other than the key of G or the key of A, why not move up to the key of B? This is great because we can kind of keep these ideas connected. We're not moving all over the place too much, and we're doing a lick that's still kind of familiar to our ear and our fingers. When we're first getting started, we just want to create some sentences and some vocabulary with our licks. This one in B is going to help you do that, just like some of the other keys that we've worked on. And of course, you can move this anywhere, just like you're moving 95% of all these other licks. All right, let's get started on Gotta Be. Okay, let's talk about this lick in B. We're using B minor pentatonic as our scale. And basically, we're going to do two different things on this. I'm going to talk about how you should really get used to employing alternate picking. So the lick starts on the 3rd string, 9th fret. First two notes are just right there, 9th fret, 7th fret. And down, up on the pick. So down, up. Same sequence on the 4th string. Okay? So down, up, down, up, down. Then you sneak back to the 3rd string here, 7th fret. So down, up, down, and then up on the 4th string, which is where you end on that root note. So let's check that out one more time. Down, up, down, up, down, up. It's so easy to kind of get used to playing all downstrokes or to kind of have your picking not alternating, but I urge you to try to use the alternate picking as much as it can. It'll help you rhythmically, it'll help you stylistically, it'll make it sound better. So there will be times when you maybe do want to pick all downstrokes, but in instances like this, the economy of motion of that alternate picking is really, really important. So with that, the last thing we do when we end on that B note is we add a healthy dose of vibrato. You know, Eric Clapton said if you're going to play a single note, you have to do it with vibrato, and I couldn't agree more. Notice I have my 3rd finger on that note, and I have often another finger behind it, you know, the finger that just kind of comes in succession on the same string, and then even that 1st finger will sneak up there behind it too. The vibrato technique comes from wedging your 1st finger up against the guitar neck and using it as sort of a fulcrum. And what happens is that will give you proper strength. You'll pull down. Most strings you're going to be pulling down, in my opinion. That's the way I like to do vibrato. So you pull down, and the string wants to naturally go back to where it's tuned. So you pull down, and you can see that's drastic. It's kind of pulling it out of tune. But when you get used to it, you can hear that it does create this really cool personality in that single note. So if you take that lick again, if I did it without vibrato, listen to this. Not as cool. I'd like to remind you that it's not a violin vibrato either. Some people like that, but for our purposes, let's talk about doing more of this sort of bluesy vibrato. So we're going to continue to work vibrato into most of these licks, and I'll continue to explain how important it is and the techniques and when different fingers are used. So it's a theme that can run through this whole course because you're going to need it and you're going to get it down, I promise.